Seriously, guys, what is going on at Netflix? Is there any quality control, any whatsoever? These movies do not need to get made, but yet they do. What's up, guys? Welcome to Movie Emporium's unfortunate review of Rim of the World, the newest film, unfortunately directed by McG. It's written by Zach Stentz, and it stars Jack Gore, Mia Check, Benjamin Flores Jr., Asio Scalzotto, and Annabeth Gish. I don't know what is going on at Netflix. I don't understand their process. I don't understand why there's no quality control. I don't understand what they're doing. They're throwing boatloads and boatloads and boatloads of money at directors. They're giving them free reign, and they're coming out with garbage like this. This movie is awful. It's one of the worst things I've seen this year. It's right up there with Slender Man. Okay, it's not as bad as Slender Man, but it's bad. This movie it angers me to my core. It's so freaking bad. I don't understand what they were thinking with this movie. The characters are bad, the dialogue is bad, the storytelling is bad, the cinematography is bad, the special effects are bad, and it's just bad all around. And I'm not gonna be like too bad on the actors because they're young, they are inexperienced, and they don't seem to have a lot of credits behind their filmography. But what is going on with this movie, man? These kids are giving some of the most stilted dialogue, some of the most unnecessary dialogue. It's just, oh my god, it angers me. It just frustrates me. Everything about this movie just frustrates me. There are some things that are said in here that's very stereotypical of characters that should have been from the 80s and never played again. Benjamin Flores Jr., who plays the rich kid, he's African American, and he says some crazy things, like real things that you would expect his character to say, which shouldn't be said because it just doesn't make any sense. And you have Jack Gore, who's the main group character. He's the one that's you know afraid to do everything, so of course he's going to become the main upbeat antagonist who does the special thing that he corrects himself and becomes the better person. Mia Check is kind of like the Data from Goonies, and she is smart, and she's Asian, and she's stereotypical of a character like that. Asio Scalzotto is playing the kid that kind of just shows up out of nowhere, and he has a history behind his past. And it's just that, oh my god. And Annabeth Gish is playing Jack Gore's mom, and she disappears, but somehow she shows up at the end, because this movie's like if you took Independence Day and you put it on the ground with kids from the Goonies, and you had explorers, and you had maybe Battle of Los Angeles or whatever you want to throw at us, and it's just awful. It's like the worst feeling in the world when you have to sit there and watch a movie and you feel like you're being used for your time, you're being abused for it, you're being laughed at for watching this movie, and it shouldn't be like that. And it's a problem that Netflix has had over and over and time again, where they are willing to sacrifice their money to get product. They want to get the big directors, which is fine, but do some quality control with those big directors. Give them don't let them off the leash. Give them some guidance. It's not like Martin Scorsese, who's probably going to direct a great movie with The Irishman. But McG, I'm sorry, he's not a great director. Tell me one movie that he's done that's been really great. Tell me in the comments below what you think of a good movie that McG has done. I think the best thing I've ever seen him do is maybe Terminator Salvation, and that was still a terrible movie. And it's just and then you get into the visual effects of this movie, and they're awful, and they don't look right. It looks like something out of Sharknado. And I don't even want. I guess I'll talk about the plot. Kids go to summer camp, and they meet these counselors that are like awful stereotypes, comedic, cartoonish version of camp counselors. And I've never seen a camp counselor like this. And I've gone to many summer camps, and they're awful, and they say stupid things, and they say really nasty and dirty things, and they act like fools. And there's this one part where the kids jump into a porta potty to escape the aliens, and then one of the only living camp counselors starts peeing in the porta potty, and it's just like, really, what the hell is going on? And that's the other thing, like, everybody disappears in this movie. It's like everybody disintegrated. There's no logic, rhyme, or reason to anything that's happening in this movie, and it's another problem. And I, I'm I'm starting to kind of see what, because Zach Stentz wrote X-Men First Class, or at least wrote a draft of it. I'm starting to see that maybe he wasn't totally involved, or maybe he was with X-Men First Class, but I more see Jane Goodman being the actual writer of that movie because that movie was good. Because this movie isn't. There's nothing redeeming about it. It's just there's like different shades, different like temperaments of color that pop up here and there, going from gold to purple. You know, you see battles in the sky like something you would see on Independence Day, and nothing really matters about that. You know, and then there's a Saw joke. The movie Saw, the very violent, very disturbing Saw movies, which I enjoy, but the Benjamin Flores Jr. makes a joke when they walk into a building. They're like, "I hope I don't see a scary clown on a tricycle." That's the problem. That's another problem. That this movie doesn't know if it wants to be a kids movie. It doesn't want to know if it wants to be an adult movie. Yes, a lot of kids movies in the '80s had, you know, violence and language and all that good stuff, but this movie is trying to be that kids movie, but it's very adult in its nature, and that's the problem. It's trying to be one or the other, but they're pulling from both sides, and nobody knows what to do. And oh my god, I don't want to talk about this movie anymore. This movie's gonna go in my top 10 worst of the year. I almost guarantee you. Yes, it's a Netflix movie. It was actually, I think it was in the theater, so it now qualifies for worst of the year so far. But don't watch it. I don't recommend it. I had to take a breath before I recorded because it made me so angry. And yes, it's a review, so take that for what it's worth. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Comment below. I'm stuttering because I'm so angry about this. Comment below. Tell me if you like this movie. If you did, God help you. If you didn't, you know, more power to you. Thank you. Tell me. But comment below either way. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification button at the top. You know, find out future videos I'm planning for the future. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Something better, I hope. Peace out. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for checking out Movie Emporium. I really appreciate it. If you want to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification button and the bell at the top. Find out what's coming next for Movie Emporium. Also, check out these two videos. They're amazing. I think they're awesome. I think you'll enjoy them too. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.